Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to hop in the old 777 for another Charlie 31 departure. We're going to be leaving out of San Antonio, or correction, not San Antonio. We're going to be leaving out of El Paso here today, flying up to Denver, enjoying some nice weather. So let's get the aircraft set up. And got to get a couple of things here for you folks. We'll get that squared away. We do not have any air traffic control on right now. Still early in the night. Onyx GT, what's going on? How's it going, pal? Appreciate having you here. And with that, I think we're all right there as well. So we'll drop that to there. Give us some stutters here for a moment. And we are pretty much taking this flight from the very, very beginning, folks. This is in 2020, not 2024. I think it's important that some of the things that are being worked out on 2024 don't involve, I mean, it's going to be a minute before everybody gets on board with 2024, having some great scenery, some aftermarket airports such as the one here at El Paso. So we're going to stay in 2024 for a little bit. Let the bugs and things get sorted out, and we're going to go ahead and get our flight plan imported from SimBrief. So there we go, El Paso to Denver. We're going to go ahead and download that one onto this iPad here. We are going to be departing on runway 22, arriving runway 16 right, and we will actually, it might be a little tight for us, but we're going to look at some RNAV Zulu, runway 16 right. Let's see what that looks like. Let's look at that little chart. That's the one. That is a little tight in for an aircraft this size. But let's add it to the route. Let's see what this airplane is capable of. That'll take you right over my neighborhood here in northern Denver. So I think we're doing all right coming in on that. All right, so there we have it. Let's bring the old iPad up here. Electronic flight board. Let's make it a little brighter. Last time I flew, it was nighttime. So electronic flight bag, home. There we go. Request data from SimBrief. That's going to give us our flight plan there. And now we should be able to pull all that information into here. So we are in the turnaround state. ADIRU is on. Emergency lights are set. And we can go ahead and check our fire warning system. Everything's okay there, and there. And there we have it. Fire test in progress. And we're set. Okay, moving through here. Electrics, we're looking okay there. We are on AP. Oh no, we are on ground power. So we're gonna go ahead and get the APU fired up. There we go. And with that, you'll see that that forward pump is now pressure. So we're good. All right, electrics is good. We will. They will automatically come over to the APU here in just a moment. You'll see that go green once it is fired off. And there you have it. We'll come back to that. Hydraulics are looking okay. We don't have any pumps on. Fuel is just the left forward one. That is to get to the APU. You see that right there. Air is set. Doors are okay. Gear is good. And flight controls are not turned on right now. So checklists, our oxygen is set. Flight instruments are to work. We'll get that set here in just a minute, and we can go ahead and parking brake is set. Let's get some pressure on that one so we can go ahead and get this to auto. And there we go. We should see that pressure build up. Now our parking brake is okay. There we go. Parking brake is set. And there we go. That checklist is complete. So we can look at the next one, which is the B4 start check. we're okay for now. Let's go ahead and get our flight plan in. Kilo Echo Papa or Lima Papa. Drop that in there. We're all set there. Our route. We're going to request El Paso to Denver right there. And we can go ahead and set our payload, set our fuel, and select our route. It is requesting. While we're waiting for that, we're going to go ahead and get our performance set up. Runway 22. .3029 is set in the barometer. So there we go. So SRT, what's going on? Welcome aboard, pal. Good evening to you. We can get our signs moving to on and on. All right, there we go. A little stutter there. And let's go. Let's go look at our departure. We're going to be on runway 22. And it will be on the Atkin 5. And let's look at our flight plan. Is it? You like it, Onyx? I appreciate that. I'm just holding off on that one. So, all right, there you go. We are going Atkins, Slink, and then into Denver. We will be on the 16 right Zulu. So there we have it. We can go back to our index and we can go to our arrival, and we're going to go RNAV Zulu. See if it gives it RNAV Zulu runway 16 right. That's coming in from Gondola. Or actually, RNAV Zulu runway 16 right from Cliff. Let's see. Hold on. I didn't see what happened in LA. What are you talking about? And we're going to be coming in on the T-bar 3 from Gondola. There we go. And that is about it. Link, Levan. So now if we go to our route, so we are Link, Levan, Gondola, Vectors, Cliff. We're set. We're gold. We can activate and execute that onto our perf init page, but first we're going to go here, upload our wind. Oh, is that hitting LA or is that hitting Seattle? Dude, I lived through that. I lived through that here in Denver. I was working that weekend, so. All right, now we go FMC. We can load our descent forecast. Ugh. That's a tough one, man. Wow. Well, that's a lot of freaking rain, especially in a bomb cyclone. That's like hurricane force stuff right there. So onto our perf init, we're gonna go ahead and grab our 0 fuel weight, drop that in there, and we are going up to, oh, there you are. We are going all the way up to 370. So we'll go 370. We can go ahead and accept all that. We are set there. Thrust limit. Oh yeah. And we're gonna go with a temperature of 60. Uh, yeah, I can't. I'm not even thinking about it, man. Sorry, that's tough news. BG 4.75, 4.7. That we're good to go there. Takeoff, we're good. We're set. Thrust limits are good, so we can go ahead and do that, that, and that. 147, 151, and 156. Just 156. We're good. So there we have it. Our takeoff page is done. So no, and that's it's also coming off the Pacific, which generally is a little warmer than the Atlantic. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what everybody gets to. So 156 for our indicated. There we go. Runway heading for runway 22. Helene. Oh, just the ones this year. Yeah, but this is more along the lines of like Sandy, because those were and unfortunately LA, the West Coast is not necessarily prepared for the type of precip that's coming with this, so they have to be careful with that. So runway 22 is 222. And that's the hard part. People aren't ready for it, so it's going to be tough. So fleet 370 for that. Yep. So yeah, but yep. And New York wasn't prepared for that type of rain or storm. So you see what happened there. All right. So, and then also our El Paso tower is 118.3. Yep. And that's right. You're from up in that area, aren't you? All right. We are good to go there. Flight deck doors closed and secure. MCP V2 set, heading is set, and altitude is set. We can go ahead and do that. Takeoff speeds are all in. CDU pre-flight is good. Trim. Yeah, I mean, it's no joke. People just think, oh no, it's just we're somebody's stuck in their car. We'll go in there. There's a lot of stuff. I mean, nice. Good to know. So trim is set. Taxi and takeoff briefing is set. We're going to go ahead and taxi to runway 22 via taxiway Juliet. So that's all there is to that. So we can go ahead and turn on the beacon. Let's get everything else set up. So APU is on, available. Go ahead and turn that one off. Make that available. Let's go ahead and disconnect everything. Let's get this aircraft off and on our way. So we can go ahead and release all the vehicles. Ground connections, we can go ahead and release ground power and go ahead and release the jetway. I've been good. How you been? You doing all right? It's always good to hear friendly voice on here. All right. So we are set for before taxi. We're sitting in American's Gate, barely fit in this freaking airport. So there you have it. Let's get our pushback hooked up. And we can go ahead and remove our chocks and get the jet bridge away. So there it goes. We're doing pretty good. So we can go ahead and get this, and this going. Get the fuel pumps going. Nothing in the center tanks for us. Been going all right. Been cold. Got like 20 hours over tea a couple weeks ago when we were, or a week ago when we had our big snowstorm. So think our guy is. Yeah, that's a long run though too. So it was a good run. We're just gonna go straight back, then we're gonna taxi around the corner there and all the way up to the end. So we will bring our landing gear, main gears onto this yellow line right here. That way we have a little bit of room to turn around or turn out. There we go. Pushback is done. Let's go ahead and get our engine started. Engine number 1 getting fired off. Yeah, going with BA today. 11/22/63. Just remember that. That's why we're going in British Airways. Just a fascination there. So, all right. Looks like engine number. Oh, we need to get that up. There we go. Engine number 1. Vibrations are coming up. Fuel flow is stable at 1.4. N2 is increasing. Exhaust gas temperatures are looking good. And our N1 percentage is looking okay. So we are doing okay. Engine number 1 looks to have fired off correctly. Let me just wait for that to switch over. There we go. Engine number 2 coming up. Oh yeah. Pop outside. And that looks like we might have engine number 2 fired off correctly. Yeah, everything's looking good. Everything's increasing. We're good to go there. And we do have a start there. So we are good to go. All right, with that, we can go ahead and turn off the APU. Everything's on board there. We are ready for taxi. So 118.3 El Paso traffic. Shadow 69, heavy 777, taxiing to runway 22 via Juliet, El Paso. All right, nobody out, so we're going to just go ahead and head that way. So let's bring up our checklist, see where we're at. So we are at the before taxi, anti-ice not needed. Let's go ahead and click our recall button. Nothing on there. And auto brake, we're going to go ahead and make that. Reject takeoff. Flight controls. All right, we're going to go all left, neutral, all right, neutral, pull forward, neutral, pull aft, neutral, pull left rudder, neutral, pull right rudder, neutral. Oh yeah. And some of the nice liveries, they'll have the airline. So if we're British Airways, it would have like a British Airways pin right there. So we're good to go there. That's that, and that. There we go. All right, 156, 222, and 370. All right, here we go. Add a little power. Give it the full left rudder. Get this big girl turned. A lot of power there. There we go. Clear it around, and we're going to go up to Juliet. Nice little airport. We use this, or I used this the other day flying with Captain Drum. So, Captain Drum, if you're watching, we're doing another flight, this time out of El Paso. Welcome to El Paso. Looking pretty good. There we go. Man, Hellcat, how'd your summer go? That seemed like it flew by. Now take a look. Man, she's a big girl. We'll get up to the end there. Onyx, how was what do you like most about 2024? That we can go ahead and turn on our flight directors. Get the LNAV, VNAV going. You're set there. We are good to go. We are ready to fly. Aircraft will LNAV and VNAV appropriately because those lights are armed. You see takeoff go around is armed. Both LNAV, VNAV, so we're doing okay. We're going to go ahead and turn on our traffic to get our little range rings. I guess we don't get the range rings. And let's go ahead and look at our checklist. So, flight controls are good. Ground equipment is good. Turn that off. Turn it back on. Flaps are set. This is our after takeoff. Landing gear up and flaps up. So, we're getting to the end. We'll make our announcement. We will take runway 22 and depart to the north. We're looking for 5,038 feet, I think. Well, right here. Let's look at it. So El Paso is at 3962, so we want 4962. Oh, this knob is a pain. $49.62. All right. El Paso traffic. Shadow 69 heavy 777 lining up runway 22 El Paso. There we go. Landing lights coming on. And strobes coming on. Taxi light off. We have been cleared for takeoff. So we're going to go ahead and make the turn here. And we're looking for heading of 222. Let the aircraft get settled out. $222. All right, we'll pull forward just a minute, and then we're going to go ahead and apply about 50% power. We're trying to line up these lines from there to there. Give us about 50%. Let everything stabilize. El Paso traffic, Shadow 69, 777 heavy, departing runway 22 to the north, El Paso. And with that, Toga. V1 and rotate coming up.
V1. Rotate. Positive rate of climb.
Town of El Paso there. There you go around that little mountain there. Maintain U.S. airspace. Turtle, come on in. I got Turtle coming into the flight deck. We're going to go ahead and autopilot now that I got Turtle in here. Turtle, you good boy. Got Turtle and Alice joining me in the flight deck on our flight for 11/22/63. It's a fun one, flying from El Paso up to Denver. So yeah, we're going to enjoy this flight. It's a good one. Yeah, remember, if you like this type of flying, hit that like and subscribe button and the notification bell. I sure would appreciate it. Hit that thumbs up too. That'd be awesome. So yeah, that checklist is doing good. Now we don't have to worry about anything till our descent. So there you go. All right, 20-mile range. We're gonna go out to about 40. There we go. Nicely done. We're good to go there. So let's go to our route and legs page. See if we've got anything weird in here. T-bar, Epic, Royal, Cliff. Execute that. Pace. We're gonna make a pace 7,000. Make KELP 10,000. Keep that. Let's see if we've got anything else. Good. I think we're doing okay. So if we go to our VNav, we're on our way up there. We should be above 13,000 feet. We're looking pretty good, taking off out of old El Paso, climbing over Arizona now. Or New Mexico. Sorry, New Mexico. Looking decent. Your signs can come to auto. We're climbing through 12K. We're good. We're going to keep the lights on until we cross 18,000 feet. We'll do the same thing in reverse on the way down to Denver. So. And we can go ahead and let's go look at our progress. Looks like we will be in Denver, 0010 current time. So we should be touching down in just about an hour and 13 minutes. No alarms, no bells or anything like that. Airfield right there in front of us. Go down and look at our arrival. This is a very tight arrival. We go Cliff, Helby, pace. At a pace, we want to be at 7,000 feet. And our touchdown zone elevation 5326. And should we have a go around, we will be climb straight ahead 5,900 feet. Runway heading, which should be 170, and then right turn to 10,000 feet after we climb to 5,900 feet. In Denver's airspace, they just want you to climb, stay runway heading to about 9,000 feet. Once you cross the midpoint of the runway is when they would give you your right turn to rejoin. Road stay on. We are set. Nice little evening flight for you. I appreciate you guys joining me for this. When we get up to our top of climb, I will take a minute to make sure the pups are doing all right, and then we'll get back in the flight. Our minimum for landing in Denver is 55.96. So let's just get this going up. Man, I don't know if you watched the stream I did from into Vancouver. That was a brutal landing. I was not paying any attention to weather or nothing. $55.96 set in as our minimum. We're doing okay. Yeah. Set. We are VNaving, we are LNaving, we're doing okay. We're going up to flight level 370, currently crossing 290 on our way. We are heading for the runway 16. Go 22.8. And Denver is 124.3. There we go. All right, we are 2,000 feet away from the top of our climb. Heading 170. That'll be our runway heading once we get into Denver. I think that 114. What do you think? Let's see what she does with us coming down. Onyx GT, how you doing? There you have it. We're at flight level 370. Yeah, that's quite literally right about there. Heck of a crosswind there. And with that, let's bring this up so we can go through our performance rule. Landing dispatch, runway 16 right. Okay there, 180 at 11. Good to go. And landing en route, so since we are already here. Alright. Aircraft details, weather's good. Yeah, that'll be plenty of room. We can actually go auto brake 2. Calculate that. There we go. That's a little. We will be aiming for Delta 5 once we land runway 16 right. Delta 5, and we will park at Alpha 37. So 142 with a flaps 30, so we could go here. (142) flap 30, auto brake 2. We go auto brake 2. Got that in there. We're set. 142. We are ready for our descent and arrival into Denver. We can go ahead and bring our altitude back to 10,000 feet. Make that a stop altitude. Let's make it at 10,000. There we go. And once we get down there, at about 15,000 feet, we'll start pretending like it's 10,000 feet, and we'll make sure everything's on. Also, 18,000 feet, we'll turn on all the lights. We'll get everything configured for landing. And that's the other one that we can do. We can go to our legs page, grab the runway. Got that in the fixed page. Do we select the runway? Right now, Zulu 16 right. We're good. Go to our fixed page. We'll go to /10 and /5. There we go. We should be good to go. Ladies and gentlemen, give me just a couple minutes. And I just saw that Captain Jack checked in. Good to have you on stream, pal. I am glad you're getting ready for your procedure tomorrow. It is gonna be a-okay. You're gonna be fine. And anytime Pixie Colorado 1, I told you every time I see that I think about you. So when I see it, I'll snap a photo. I like them all. So one of my favorites, and once you see it up close in person, is the Imua 1. Is just a beautiful paint job. So all right, alternate and request. No worries, man. Always good to have you on board as well. How you doing? You holding up? You're surviving the whole process? I had mine. I took care of mine just a couple years ago, so yeah, I know what you're going through. I'll have to post you some of those pictures I have. It's got like glitter in it and all the paint, so it's actually a very, very in-depth paint scheme as well. So who's this little fella coming at me? Close it. There we go. All right, so we are chugging right along. We are pretty good to go now. That one is set. Route is good. Departure arrivals are okay. Alternate VNav's looking a-okay. Fix is Eugene. Legs are good. No hold. FMC comm. Progress. All right, still showing us on the ground at midnight or 0011 Zulu. 318 miles to go. Top percent just under 200 miles. I think we're doing all right. Alice and Turtle sitting in the flight deck with me. We're gonna go out and take a look at British Airways livery. Looking pretty good, flying high over Colorado. Or are we over flight? Let's take a look at the map. Yeah, we are right there over Albuquerque. I keep forgetting we are only under New Mexico. We are not all the way over here. We moved it. For some reason I kept thinking El Paso was right there, but right on that corner, not on this. So yeah, we're doing all right. We are on our way. There they are right out there. Let's go ahead and take a look at the map, see if we can figure out who that is and when whizzing by us. Where they're going in such a hurry. Delta Airlines 2606 on their way to Seattle. Everybody's heading off over to the northwest, Pacific Northwest, to get in on that bomb cyclone rainstorm they're having up there and down in LA. But Hellcat said there, he says it's been tough. They're getting a lot of rain there in LA, so saying it might be worse than Helene. We should be able to come up here, take a look. And Albuquerque, right down over there. Right over there. All right. Gotta love the 777. I'm hoping to have a much better landing. Good girl. There's the Rockies up there. We're going to come right through the middle of them. Denver is landing to the south, and I don't know. Remember when we had the bomb cyclone here in Denver? That's exactly what they're having out there. That was not a fun time. That was not something to be in the middle of. Yeah, let's go. Let's look at the map. Let's see how many people are up there. Yeah, there's everybody going into LA where they're getting a big hit of it right now. Yeah, everybody. Just a boat ton of freaking aircraft there. I was at work for that. That was 3 days of solid work right there. Yeah, that's what they're having over there on the West Coast, so wish them all the best. Glad I'm not there. We'll get hit with ours. Yeah, but we are only about 20 minutes away from our top of descent. Heck of a crosswind there, 56 knots from the left. Let's see, what's our flight path vector look like? And how far? We're going over there, we're pointed over here. Still chugging along at 480 ground. Well, that is almost a direct left cross. Yeah, you got to be up early in the morning. I remember mine was way too early. But I'm also used to sleeping till about 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning, then waking up, hanging out with the dogs, going to the park, then getting ready to go to work at 1. And I can actually feel that crosswind. As I'm looking out here, you can see it moving to the left instead of coming straight at us. You're okay, Al. Well, before we get there, much as I want to, I'm going to change our arrival. I think that's a little too close in. We just passed Gondola. Let's go to the airport to chart. Arrivals. Runway 16 right. Yeah, we're gonna do the ILS runway 16 right. We're gonna do it from Tishner. All right. Now we gotta go into our legs. We'll see everything's changed. In there. We are around the T-bar 3, right? T-bar 3. Onto the transition. Execute leg. Gondola. T-bar up, T-bar. Bring that to here. There we go. All right, that means we have to go through our. No, we're still good there. All right there. Okay. Never, Baburo, Lift, T-bar, Monarch, Ellis, Epic, Rodville, Cliff, Vectors, Fishner. 353. Bring Tishner right on there. Gonna give us a little bit of a wonky. So let's see, what was that? So if I do Tishner, 1260. That's 5. That right there. There we go. Let's go look through our plan. There it is. That's it. Perfect. We got it all set up. We're going to be A-okay. We are good to go. Back to our map. We're good. But now we want to make sure our altitudes are set. 11,000 at Cliff. Make 11,000 at Tishner. See here. We're going to change that. We're going to change. Yeah, let's look at that. And 5526, so we'll make that 5526. $55.26, there we go, clear. So let's go to our alternate. Accept that, all right. Top descent coming up, and yeah, we're looking pretty good. Okay, so what we want is Tishner's 13, and if you look at our arrival, Epic being 15 and 13, Cliff at 11. So there's a mismatch there. We're actually going to go KELP. So let's do that. So departure, arrival, ILS 16 right, KELP, execute. Now let's go to our legs page. This is drill ILS. Cliff. Delete that one. We don't need that one. Put that one there. Section 16 right. There we go. What we want to do is we want to go KELP, and that is 260/5. There we go. And now we can go look at our plan again. And there you have it. Looks pretty good right there. Sweet. All right. So then that gives us 11,000, 11,000, cliff at 11,000, just 11,000 around the turn there. And 10,000, 10, 9, 8. We're going to go 9. /8. 7,000, we're good to go there. And then our 142. So Jetson, we want to be 142 at Jetson. Execute all that. We should be set. We're good. Okay, here we go. Back to our map. Looks like we are about 40 miles away from our top of descent. There's beautiful Colorado. Rocky Mountains, we're doing all right. We can bring this down to 5,000. 55. Oh, look at that. 5530. 5,600. That'll get us down. We'll do all right. 170 on the heading. And our nav frequency should be set up automatically. Grab runway 16 right from in here. Put that into the fixed page. /10. Flash. Now, you don't normally, you would, so if air traffic control were on, you would not make that waypoint that I made at KELP or Tishner before. Those are just things I do to help the flight plan along, and there's no air traffic control. That would end up giving you vectors. So if you ever get a vectors in your flight plan and you just want to continue flying, just that's an easy way to do it. So find the waypoint that you want to go to, then the radial away from you at how far away you want it to be. 5 miles generally works out pretty good traveling at jet speeds. So just and you can always change it 4 or 3, but 5 works for me. Remember, we're flying a pretty big and heavy aircraft here in the 777. That's why I decided against doing the tight close-in arrival for the RNAV Zulu. Oh man, I did hear about the amazing launch of Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. Everybody's in love with it. It is an amazing the flight sim itself is probably decent, but the launch was just awesome. Yeah, Camjack, I don't know. Did you download it? Did you try and fly on it yet? So that won't even happen, and I probably won't even do anything in 2024 for a couple weeks. Let things get sorted out. I really like flying the PMDG aircraft, and I've heard some issues with people trying to get them into the new sim. So everybody's flying the A330. V1 flew the Saab. He liked that. But it took him literally all day yesterday to get to a point where he could get in. Did Owls or Miggity Mike get in? I didn't get a chance to chase them up yesterday. I was at work, so. But did Owls or Miggity Mike get in? Yep. Yeah, that's I'm enjoying flying right along, enjoying it. Uh, yeah, we'll see. It'll be a couple weeks. Kind of knew it. I kind of followed sort of, yeah. It's kind of like anything else when people have it all hyped up like that, there's a lot of opportunities for things to kind of go a little wonky, and I get it. A lot of people are interested. So to speak on that, they did that with, I don't know if you ever flew X-Plane, but X-Plane 12 came out. And man, I was so excited for that. And X-Plane 12 came out, and I don't know that it should have been released in the state that it was in. It is now a couple years on, and it's coming to life okay. And I mean, same for this one, 2020. When it first came out, it was a little rough around the edges. We were doing everything we could to find a decent airplane to fly in it. And then PMDG came along with the 738, but it took a minute. So it's going to take a minute for 2024 to get settled down, have the dust come up around their ankles. They'll be fine. There's Pikes Peak right there. There we go. There's Denver right in front of us. But yeah, it's going to be a couple weeks before I hop in the old 2024. And we are going to go here. Yep, I loved X-Plane 11 and the Zebo mod. The X-Plane 11 and that Zebo mod, probably the best flight simulator at the time. Got my pups right here. That's how Bravo 737 and myself became friends with Arcade Mac, and ultimately it's what led us down here to you. So our friendship and our relationship is, we all kind of beat up a lot on X-Plane 12 when it came out. So, but man, I remember just doing the Ortho 4XP, getting all the good scenery on the ground. That made such an amazing world of difference. Then to hop into Microsoft Flight Simulator, and there it was already there. You didn't have to do all that work. And that's the way 2024 will be. X-Plane needs to step up and try and fill that gap for the next 6 months or so. But we have started our descent into Denver. Yep, same way. And the way everybody was calling it a game, and I was like, it just kind of turned me off. I got a couple flights in, and I guess what really turned me to MSFS was virtual reality. So I ended up getting a decent secondhand headset, and I hopped in X-Plane, and that was great. I loved it. It was amazing. The Zibo mod did pretty good, but then I hopped into Microsoft, and their VR flight decks were night and day. Being able to interact with the stuff, different feel, being able to use the mouse. A lot of times in X-Plane, you had to do the, you had to use the controllers. So if you're flying with your hands on throttle and stick, the way you should be, having to grab a controller to reach up and dial a knob became a little laborious. So, all right, Colorado Springs, City, Colorado Springs, right over there. We're coming in right over Castle Rock. Here's Castle Rock. So how I saw your approaches into Centennial. Those looked pretty fun. Those were a lot of fun. I remember we were talking. I was telling you about how bad my Vancouver arrival was. So yeah, we need to do that here as well. Go. Coming down through 20,000 feet. City Castle Rock right there. I-25. That's Chatfield Reservoir there. There's Castle Rock. Colorado Springs. Get our range dialed back here. Mac, welcome aboard, pal. Yeah, had to do some working around some stuff this week, Mac. Good to have you on board, though. Glad you are here. Chatfield Reservoir right there. Morton Tycall right down in the valley, right below us. That's what all that is. If you're familiar with the space shuttle, where we test those rocket motors. Lockheed Martin's right there as well, so that's where we're at. Getting ready to drop below 18,000 feet. Remember, Denver is at 5,500 feet above sea level, so if we were at 10,000 feet, that leaves us 4,000 feet. So I'm going to do 14,000 feet That's gonna be about my 10,000 foot mark, but we do already have everything up and on, so we're okay. Once we come in, don't forget to tell me to turn on my taxi light. Once we are geared down, clear to land, runway 16, right. Tune for Delta 5. Once we exit the runway, that's the second high speed. First one's Delta 8. We'll taxi Delta 5, Whiskey Bravo, Foxtrot, Bravo Sierra into the ramp, and then we'll park gate Alpha 37. That is where British Airways parks normally when they are in Denver, so we're just going to keep things as is. Red Rocks, the old Bandamere Speedway on my left there. Holes Reservoir, Upper and Lower Bergen, and I could see it all from here. Cherry Creek Reservoir right there, and then if you look right over there, you'll see Centennial Airport. There's APA, KAPA. What'd you do? You flew Aspen to Centennial, I think, Jack? I think I remember that. And all those lights out there, that's the wonderful light generator, Denver International Airport. Upper and Lower Bergen, there is 285. There's Morrison, Red Rocks Amphitheater. They need to make it so that there's like concerts at Red Rocks, huh? That'd be cool. Bandamere just on the other side of that. Green Mountain. That's Kipling, Wadsworth here. Yeah. The ATR was giving you fits for some reason. You had it overloaded, huh? Rocky Mountain Metropolitan Airport there. Buckley right there. There it is. See the blue lights there. Front Range. There's Denver. Front Range just to the right of that. And this aircraft is behaving itself well tonight. Staying close to being on speed most of the time. Hitting my altitude targets. Don't want to get too far ahead of myself, but I'm feeling all right about this. That's what it was. I caught up with you when you were leaving Aspen. Beautiful downtown Denver there. Full fact. The old Penny Boulevard. That's got to be the sign, right? No, that's just cargo. Sign's way out there. What? They don't have the big LED sign modeled? Oh, come on, Excoder. See that thing from west side of Chicago. My cabin is ready. Flying over to Rocky Mountain Arsenal. Cam Jack, if you get a chance, go out to the Arsenal. They've got a big herd of buffalo out there. It's a lot different than what you probably remember the Arsenal being, but yeah, Get out there, take a look. Wild animal, it's a refuge now, so. There's Rocky Mountain Metro. There's our runway. We're gonna be landing runway 16 right, big one, 16,000 foot, 200 foot wide. And we are a little far west for you to see Charlie 31's home, but we are going to fly past it. Denver traffic, Shadow 69 777 Heavy, getting ready to join the ILS runway 16 right, Denver. Doing okay. There we go. That is town of, let's see, where's the split? Split's right below us right now. There it is. There you go. There's the town of Brighton. I'm just on the east edge of Brighton over there on the north side. There you can see the neighborhood. Trying to get slowed up. We're doing an A-OK. We are going to go ahead and go direct to Sakic. Just cut down a couple little notches. Where do we want to go? Let's see. We are 14 nautical miles away from our custom waypoint. We'll go do that. We will do the whole thing. That way you can see what it's like when you add your own waypoint and how it takes care of it. So we're holding 210, 11,000 feet. Coming all the way around the corner, and then we will join the ILS runway 16 right. Runway heading is 170. Let's make sure we got that in there. Or 173. I knew it was 173. There we go. ILS runway 16 right, heading of 173. We should be on a 353.43, so it's a little further out. So because of our custom waypoint, we're doing all right. There is the town of Greeley, Fort Collins, Loveland. There's there is the Loveland Vance Brand Airport right there. Doing all your general aviation training out here. That's one of the airports you fly to a lot. There's Bull Mountain right there. Didn't really do a whole lot going into Fort Collins, Loveland, right up here at the city. But you did do a lot going into Greeley, and then Cheyenne, and way out here is Sydney, Nebraska. So. 6 miles. We're going to go ahead and start making our right turn. Get this girl settled down. Alright, we're just going to get this one going. Let's try and hold 180 to... What do you think? Marin? There's the Greeley Airport. There's this weird road that goes between like Hudson, Keensburg, up to Greeley, like 30 lanes of pure concrete. Great, lots of hills on it, but just weird. We're making our turn, and we are about 21 miles out. We are just on the edge of the limit for our localizer. Once we get down to about 17 nautical miles, I'll go ahead and tap the localizer. That should be okay. All right. Here's runway 16 right. Actually almost a visual. .30 knots. We're doing all right as far as our flaps go. All right. Running the ILS, runway 16 right, switching to CTAF. Denver traffic shadow 69 joining the ILS, runway 16 right, Denver. All right, about 17. Let's go ahead and arm the localizer. Our missed approach altitude 5,900 feet. Looks like we got the localizer captured. We're all right. And we got the pink triangle, or diamond is dropping a little bit. We're also maintaining 10,000 feet until we get old Newland. Newland's next, down to 9,000. But with that, I'm all right throwing in the approach, so we can go ahead and do that. We'll fly the diamond. We are waiting to capture the glide slope, but we are still a ways out. We're about 15 miles out. Go down to 180. And let's get our speed brought down a little bit. All right, just waiting to capture that glide slope. There is a big hill right before this runway, so there we go. $11 miles out, and we have been cleared to land. Still heck of a crosswind. That guy just gave us that. Denver traffic, Shadow 69, heavy 777, 8 mile final, ILS runway 16 right, Denver. Come on, little fella, you can capture that glide slope. You got this.
Radio altimeter.
Now remember, this runway is 50 foot wider than all the others, and it's 4,000 feet longer. So it's going to look like I am lower than I am. Gears down. A little too aggressive on getting that gear and everything down, so get it slowed down. 142. Oh man, no checklist. Dang it.
Glide slope. Glide slope.
There we go, we're good there, and now we need to go over here. Get rid of this little fella. Let's get our landing stuff going. There we go. We are doing all right. Why are you not capturing glide slope? All right. My aircraft.
Glide slope. Glide slope. Glide slope. Glide slope. Glide slope. Glide slope. Glide slope.
No auto land, no doubt.
Decide.
Continuing.
100. 50.
30, 20, 10.
There you go. There's Delta 8. We're waiting for Delta 5. That'll be the next high speed. Keep our speed up to the next high speed. And we will taxi. Delta 5, Whiskey Bravo, Foxtrot, Bravo Sierra to 8 Alpha 37. All right, we can get our APU started. Denver traffic, Shadow 69, Heavy 777, clear runway 16, right, taxiing gate Alpha 37 via Delta 5, Whiskey Bravo, Foxtrot, Bravo Sierra, Denver. There we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Denver. You know you have a choice of flying with somebody. We do appreciate you choosing us. We are Shadow Airways in the current British Airways livery. And we're going to taxi to the gate. It's going to be a couple more minutes while we get up there. You do remain seated. Keep the seatbelt fast until we get to the gate. And we will be there momentarily. Captain Jack, I want to say I appreciate you being here. Mac, I appreciate you being here. Hellcat, thank you for showing up as always. Always a fun time, as well as Onyx GT. Not bad, 191 foot per minute. That was a little rough for this big girl, but we did okay. There's that guy, he's doing all right. Oh, that's not bad. I've been doing better on this thing. Just that one the other night in Calgary or Vancouver. That's why. The other night in Vancouver was kind of a rough one. Got me shaking, not stirred. Captain Jack, are you hearing the other aircraft flying, talking? I was having some issues with my vPilot not doing any audio the other day. Mac, are you hearing the other guy talk? He's not, he hasn't talked in a little bit. So center core, and then Alpha 37 is just to the right of it. We are straight in to almost 90 degree to the concourse. There we go. Should be on the heavy line right now. There it is. Let's try and see if we can see a 777 line. A big line right there, apparently. We are parked at Denver International Airport. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard. We're going to go ahead and get these motors turned off. We're going to go ahead and get that logo light turned on. Wing light's doing okay, so we can go ahead and get these down. There we go. We're good. There, and there. We're good. Get fuel turned off. We're going to go ahead and get our ground power hooked up. And our jet bridge set up. Shock. Go ahead and get the jet bridge over here. There we go. Going to the 2-door. And ladies and gentlemen, thank you for flying with us today. That was a great flight. We can get the beacon turned off now. Nav lights are good. We're okay there. Strobe is off. Let's go out and take a look at this airplane now that we got the logo lights on, so it's looking much better. Got crossing jet bridges there. Just dueling jet bridges. Crazy. Good job. All right, there we go. Back into the old flight deck. We got everything going on here. We are getting turned around. We got this aircraft in a turnaround state. So again, I want to thank everyone for joining me on tonight's flight. If you like this kind of flying, hit that like, subscribe button. Hit the thumbs up. Lets me know I'm doing an all right job for you. Beyond that, I want to thank everybody for being here. Mac, Captain Jack, good luck tomorrow. You got this. It ain't nothing. You're gonna go take a nap, wake up with a little drool on the side of your lips, and then you'll be fine. So, other than that, Mac, we'll catch up with you tomorrow. We're gonna do the Thursday night flight. Captain Jack will invite you to that as always. Anytime you want to fly with us, we do Thursday night flight club. Tomorrow we're gonna be flying around the Gulf Coast, so flying from Biloxi to Tallahassee down to Miami. So you're more than happy to join us if you're feeling up to it, but understand if you're not. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining me. That's going to do it for this stream. Have a great night.